Hello, everybody. It's Amber Kivett. I'm here today with LifePro, featuring in my facility, Kivett Kinetic Solutions. We are a pain management type specialty facility. And so today I'm really excited because we are releasing a new product, and it is with the intention of being able to help those of you who are suffering of different types of joint pain. Specifically, we're going to be releasing a red light therapy product, which is called the BioRecover, and it is a light therapy knee brace. I'm going to show you some different ways that we can utilize this. One of you is going to get one of these sent to your front door as a thank you for being a part of our special Fun Friday product launch. But I'm going to go through some different ways in how you can use this product to improve what kind of pain relief you might be looking for, whether it is a recent injury, whether it is osteoarthritis, maybe you've had a total knee replacement, maybe you've got a shoulder problem, because even though it's a knee brace, I'm going to teach you how you can utilize it for different joints throughout your body. And I want to make sure that we cover some of the knee anatomy so that you understand exactly how this is going to work from a scientific level in order to help you improve your daily quality of life and your pain levels. So without further ado, we are streaming live right now between Amazon. I'm sorry, not Amazon. Let's do this again. We are streaming live from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So between all of those, it will be featured on Amazon. In fact, you can already buy this on Amazon, but you can also buy on the link provided. And we are selling this for a special launch price today of $99.99. Normally, you're going to find a product like this for $179.99. And for our launch price for the first several units that we're releasing, $99.99. But today, you might be one of the lucky people that gets one of these sent to your front door based on us knowing how much you need it. So how bad do you want one? So that being said, I see that Joy is joining us today. Joy, it is always a pleasure to see you on one of our episodes. And I'm seeing what you're writing here. And yes, it will definitely help with the pain associated with your challenges. So let's see here. We are, for the first time, streaming live with my backstage crew here on site at my facility. Usually we've got a backstage crew streaming live from New Jersey, but today we are in-house, full circle with my personal team. So forgive us if we have a few little glitches that we're trying to work out, but we're excited to be able to bring you more broadcasts, more episodes, on a different timeline, especially through the weekends. And so we're trying to maximize our manpower so that you can get the greatest of our services when you need us. So if you want one of the BioRecovers, I would like to know where you're listening in from. And if you have got any kind of joint pain, whether it is a knee, whether it is a shoulder, maybe you're dealing with some elbow pain, there's all these different areas, foot, ankle. We can actually make this work for so many different areas of your body. And I'm going to show you some different anatomy features as to how our body is built and some common injuries that you might be dealing with so that you'll know if you want one of these or not. Remember, we do have a 30-day trial guarantee. So if you are wanting to try one and within 30 days you're not happy with the product and you maybe just decided this is not for me, I don't know that I need this as much as I thought I did, you do have a risk-free 30-day guarantee to be able to send this back if you decide that you don't like it. And always remember, we have our limited lifetime warranty that is always available that covers any kind of defects, challenges that you might have with any of our products so that you do have that peace of mind, and our customer service is always on speed dial in order to assist you with any kind of problem you might have so that you can enjoy your products and enjoying the improved quality of life that you get to experience through us. So super excited that you're all here today because it's Fun Friday and I love Fun Fridays. But anyhow, what I would like to share with you, this is what the actual strap looks like. And again, it's called the BioRecover. It's about recovering, and anything bio related is things that are going on within our body. And so specifically, this is a red light therapy wrap for the knee. But again, it can be utilized just like we've done with the CryoFrost in the past. You can use it for a variety of different locations. I do not recommend that we use this anywhere on our face because we already have a facial product that you can use that's red light and amber light and blue light therapy oriented so that you can work towards better facial characters, lines, minimal lines, anti-aging, more collagen production in your skin. But this is not intended to go on your face. So I'd highly recommend that we keep this away from the face and just use it wherever else on your body that you might choose to apply it. So again, if you think you're somebody who needs this, if you want to give me an idea of what you're suffering from, whether it is an ACL tear, whether it is a meniscus tear, whether it's a total knee replacement, total hip replacement, you don't necessarily have to strap it on, but you can strap on part of it to go here on the hip. And because these lights are minimal compared to the BioHeal, which are the really big lights, I can show you what that looks like in comparison if we need to. Then you can use that for a variety of different things without the risk of having to wear safety goggles and things like that. So these little lights are small enough that you can use them in different areas. Even if you've got metal implants, in different joints, you're going to be fine with the level of intensity that these lights fall on. So the BioHeal, when you receive your BioHeal, you're going to get a couple of different attachment points. You can use the plug that comes with it to plug it into the wall if you don't want to use an external battery or a power battery unit. And so when we plug it into the wall, we're going to plug it into, we have a remote connector. So this is our remote. It's very similar to the Oliva Red belt. So you're going to plug it into the actual remote. And then from here, the remote plugs into the sleeve. And right here at the top, using a C-type insertion. And so we have the cord here. I happen to have a plug-in right here in front of me, so I'm going to plug that in right quick. And now we are go for action. Now, on here, you're going to see your off button. And if you look down here at the bottom, it's a little circle with a line through it. That is the power button on most all of our devices. So we're going to push the power button. And it says all. And guess what? We light it up. We light it up. So we've got all of our lights on are all at one time, okay? And so as you can see, they're small enough that I can be looking at it with the human eye, not gonna hurt me, but we don't wanna put it on our face because there's really no easy way to wear this. And quite frankly, I don't think I want to breathe through that when we have a mask that works the same way. So this is to be used not on your face, but everywhere else but your face. Right now, we have it on infrared light. So you're going to see 850. That is infrared light. And guess what? That's why you don't see any lights, because infrared light is naked to the human eye. So although it looks like it's broken, it's just infrared. It's infrared light therapy. So 850 shows infrared. And then if we push our buttons again, we have it back on to all, okay? Now, if I push the increase button, we have different levels. So every time I hit that button, it is a plus or minus button. You're gonna hit that and you're gonna see it power through all the different levels, which means it's gonna go really, really bright. So low, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a total of 5 different levels of intensity that you can sort through. Of all of these different, we call them chips. Of all the different LED chips that are on here, we have a total of 60 LED chips. When it comes to the LED infrared, so these are red light chips. When it comes to the LED infrared, we also have, when we click on this for the infrared light, that's the blinking. So if you are sensitive to flashing lights, if you have possibility of seizure activity or epileptic behavior, then we don't want to blink or use the flashing feature, okay? And so now we're off. So again, we're all in here. Now we're on blinking. Whoops. So I haven't, let me go back through here real quick. Oh, hold up here. I promise I played with this ahead of time. There we go. Okay, so now where I'm at, I'm on 660. So that's your red light therapy setting. When we click it again, we're going to be at our infrared light. Well, this is the tricky part. Hold up here. Wait a second. And so the other thing I forgot to share with you on here, sorry, I'm having fun. I'm having fun because the other thing that makes this thing really cool is it vibrates. So it's vibrating right now. I don't think you can hear it because I got my AirPods in, but it actually vibrates. And so I'm sorting through all the different settings because it comes, I tell you what, all Life Pro products, they pack a punch. You get all the good stuff and you get the bells and whistles and you get the party, you get the light show party, right? So let me work through these settings here because there's so many different settings. There we go. Okay. So when you push this little button right here, this looks like a little this way and then the other way, right? A circle going this way and then the other circle going the other way. Okay. So when you click on that, you're going to get the infrared. So what I was trying to tell you before, we have a total of 120 LED chips. We've got 60 that are red light. We've got 60 that are infrared light. So Joy, if you're wanting to order this at the launch price of $99, you have to use Amber's link that is in the comment section. And if that's not available, let me see if I can put it there because I don't think I get to comment. Oh, there it is. We just popped it in there. So if you click on that Life Pro link at the very top, that's going to take you directly to our page through Life Pro, not through Amazon, but through Life Pro. Because this product launched it launched last Friday, but I was in the middle of a torrential rainstorm. So we had a big flash flood storm and I didn't have the ability to share with all of you because our weather was not allowing me to. But anyways, if you click on that link, it's going to give you our launch price today of $99. But anyways, we are now here on our infrared light setting. And when I click on this, we get all the lights. So you're getting 120 LED chips. You're getting red light and infrared light. Now we're just on red light. Now we're just on infrared light. And now we're figuring it out. Okay. So like I said, now this does have a set timer on it. So if I click on our timing button, there's the timer button. So we now have turned it on for 5 minutes. And as we click one click at a time, it's going to continue to increase your time in 5-minute intervals all the way up to 30 minutes at a time. Now, the secret that you might have just heard me mention is what makes this thing even better is that it actually has a vibrating feature. So when we push the zigzag line, that means vibration is kicking in. And so right now we are at 51 and now we're at 52 and now we're at 53 and 54 and 55 and it's really vibrating and now we're back off to original 50 level, which is very, very light pulse. Okay, so we've got several levels of intensity when it comes to the light. We've got several levels of intensities when it comes to vibration. We have 30 minutes of timer in order to keep track of how long this stays on before it automatically kicks off. And then we also have our power on and off button down here at the bottom. So a lot of great features packing a punch. Okay, so when it comes to the size of this, our actual size of the actual cuff here is going to be 30.31 inches long by 10.5 inches wide. That's how big the actual lighted cuff is. When it comes to our straps are going to wrap around to 35.4 inches long, and the strap itself width is it's like right shy of 2 inches. Okay, so each one of our straps is going to be equal in length. There you have it, equal in length. And when we strap them on, you're going to weave it through this little D-ring here, or we're going to call it an O-ring. And when you weave it through there, it's just going to latch on to wherever you feel comfortable. And because these are stretchy neoprene straps, so they're not your typical Velcro straps, it's very soft with great sewn seams. So the seams and the edges of the neoprene are stitched really, really nicely so that if it is on that vulnerable side behind your knee, it's not going to rub a raw space back there. Debbie, when it comes to gout, I actually am not confident on how to answer that question. I am really particular about answering questions on certain things that I have researched through clinical data, and I have not researched the gout yet. So I will look into that and get back with you. But for now, knowing that gout isn't a form of autoimmune, it should help with that, because red light therapy and infrared light therapy helps individuals who are going through a heightened stress response. And the red light therapy, as well as the infrared light therapy, helps to regenerate stem cell reproduction so that our body can heal at a faster, accelerated rate. But it also helps in lowering the stress hormones in the body and helping with oxidation levels. So the higher we have oxidation in our system, oxidative stress, the longer it takes for us to heal and the more stress hormones go off in the body. But as to how red light therapy helps with gout, I actually don't know the research behind that, so I will look into that and get back with you. Now, when it comes to the weight, this thing weighs less than a pound. In fact, it's only like 0.4 pounds. It's really, really light, so you don't actually feel it all that much. The other thing that I want to make sure you know is if we decide that we don't want to be plugged into a wall, let's check this out. Then we're going to plug into the same type of external battery pack that I would use for some of our other devices that you've seen me use. So you can buy these power banks on Amazon. You can buy like 2 of them for 20 bucks. And one of these power banks will last you several hours. So if you plug into the power bank, the blue light shows that it's actually working. And so once I go to actually operate, and this does not come with the product. So don't expect this in your box. You got to order it separate. But when you click on, we are live with action using this external power bank, so you can use it in the car ride. If you're going on a long road trip, it's about spring break time, or some of you snowbirds are going to be driving back to your areas that are chill factor right now that are going to turn really warm, and you have the ability to be in the car for a long period of time. So if you're going to be in the car traveling or on an airplane, how about an airplane? If you're going to be in those stiff little seats, not able to move very well, you can insulate that knee joint that's really uncomfortable. And even though this does not travel through clothing much, you can still use the compression and the vibration feature of the knee sleeve in order to stay comfortable when your knee is bent or stuck in the same position for a period of time. Because what does vibration do to our body? It actually is a hyperstimulation device. So when we use vibration with our body, whether it's through our feet, through the palms of our hands, into our back, if you have the Aliva Red Pro, which is our wraparound belt, it actually has vibration. The original Aliva Red belt does not. So this comes with vibration. When you introduce vibration to the human body as an external source of excitatory action, the body responds back, and it facilitates movement through the microfibers of our soft tissue. And in doing that, it actually responds with a lymphatic cleansing response, so a detox. So even if you are traveling and you have on dark black pants like I do, and this does not travel through clothing so well, and you're wanting to use the vibration feature, or you're creating heat because the red light chips do have a tendency to penetrate heat in some aspect, even though it's not in direct contact with your skin, then you can actually use this to create an excitatory response to our connective tissue and to our muscles to keep things moving and to keep our lymph mobile, because our body does not have a mechanical pump that does that naturally. So we can create that through vibration. And it's really pretty quiet when the vibration is on. So if you happen to be stuck on a plane and they don't have their earbuds in or their big headphones or noise canceling headphones, it's not that big of a distraction, I promise. So with that, the LED life expectancy of all these little chips is about 50,000 hours. So just remember, you do have a limited lifetime warranty. So if these little things black out on you before you're done using them for the life of the product, just contact our customer service and they will assist you with a replacement or whatever parts that you might need. I had somebody contact me not too long ago that needed the plug-in in order to operate her vibrating foam roller, and she couldn't get a hold of customer service, so she contacted me, and we actually replaced her product within 48 hours. So wasn't expecting that. She just wanted the extra plug, and we ended up sending her a brand new product. So we do love to take care of all of you that are giving us the opportunity to share with you. When you get your product, make sure that you register your product so you can activate that lifetime warranty. And so how you're going to do that, you're going to use your smartphone and you're going to go to the camera, on the phone, and you're going to point it to this QR code. So there's the QR code, and it's going to give you this little site that you're going to pop up. And unfortunately, I'm on airplane settings, so nobody interrupts our entertainment here together. But when you click on that, it'll open up the website for you to actually go in and register. But that's how you do that using your smartphone. And when you register your product, you're going to get this handy little bag that you can put your BioRecover knee brace in, as well as any battery pack that you might want to take along with you. So you can keep it all bundled up with all the cords in one spot, and it keeps it nice, clean, and tidy. So if you have any concerns, questions, feedback, and if you're not sharing on our Facebook VIP group, which we love to hear from you, then you can contact us here at our customer service hotline, and you can contact us through email, support@lifeprofitness.com, or you can call us at 800-563-6604 anytime, weekdays, Monday through, actually, wow, he's increasing all of his time available, because it used to be we were off one day a week. Now he's giving you weekdays 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and weekends 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So call us 7 days a week between those hours, and we will make sure that you are taken care of with the exemplary customer service that LifePro shines with. So let's talk about the anatomy here as to what's going on within the knee, because I know you guys, you're nerds like I am. You love the details. You love to know what's going on in the knee, and most of you don't have any clue what the inside of the knee actually looks like. So we'll talk about that just a little bit, because I know some of you love learning about this stuff. And so I get that often. Let me hold up here. There we go. Okay, so we're going to go to my handy knee model here, and we're going to add some muscles and some connective tissue so you can really see what's going on beneath the surface. Okay, so when we see our knee, so many of you have osteoarthritis. This is kind of what you're dealing with, okay? This is our knee joint as it is, bone on bone, okay? When we start adding our connective tissue, now I just added the menisci, okay? So that's those little white things that are kind of like a washer between a nut and a bolt, the rubber washer. It kind of serves as a lubricating surface between the two joint surfaces. Many of you are dealing with osteoarthritis, and that is bone on bone grinding. And so this is all broken down to where our body has a lot of degeneration. And when that happens, let's see if I can find this. There's some really cool things that this app shows, and it shows like degeneration and some different things that can happen. We'll see if it provides us with that information. Yeah, so cartilage degeneration. This is a little bit about what you're dealing with. And so it's going to take you through understanding what that looks like. And so when we look at inside the knee joint from the upper leg and the lower leg, the knee joint surface starts to break down there where you're seeing the tilting going, okay? And so when we start to develop degeneration of the cartilage, it starts to look like a little spider web or like little cracks on the surface. And so if you're needing to insulate that or to regenerate stem cells naturally within your body that will settle in that space and provide the relief, red light therapy and infrared light therapy both do that. So it's a very, very cool thing. When it comes to trying to see if they have the, so here is osteoarthritis of the kneecap. And so when it comes to our kneecap right here, it's going to show you when you actually go to bend your knee, you're going to find little holes or cracks in the surface that goes on behind. And so it makes it really hard for our knee to track back and forth, which provides a lot of pain. And so that pain slowly creates more inflammation. And in doing that, that's where the BioRecover can make a difference in providing insulated relief to that joint space. So that's how our bones kind of glide and shift. It's kind of like gliding on a little trackball. And so I know Yes, Deanna, I'm so glad that you're enjoying this because I don't want to gross anybody out by showing you all these great details, but I know so many people love to see this stuff. So I want to make sure that you get to understand what's happening within your own bodies. So after we add another layer, now we're going to add some of our ligaments, okay? And so this is our knee surface. And so this is our knee surface, and you're going to see I've just added more connective tissue. So you're going to see some white fibrous strands through there. And then we're going to add our fat pads. And so our fat pads actually sit behind the knee space, and those get really, really irritated when we swell and we continue to put pressure upon them. And so I'm going to add more and more connective tissue here. So let's go into our muscles. There we go. Okay. Now, if you have ever had a lateral collateral tear or an MCL sprain, okay, this is what I'm going to show you right here. So your MCL sprain is going to be happening, this long piece of tissue right here where my finger is that comes up to the top. If you stretch that out by taking action to the outside of the knee. So watch this. If I go boom to the outside of the knee and I stretch the inside, that's this feature right here called your MCL, okay? And with the MCL, our ligaments are much like bubble gum. So when we take bubble gum out of our mouth and we try and pull it apart, it does not go back to a shortened length of what it used to be. It stays stretched out. Whereas our rubber bands that we have in our hair, we get to pull out rubber band and try and stretch it and hold it out because we're trying to get it to stay put, right? A rubber band will stretch out, but it'll stretch right back. And so our muscles and our tendons are much like that, but our ligaments are not. So if you stretch out this ligament, which connects bone to bone, it doesn't stretch back. So we have to tighten up the muscles that surround the knee joint in order to help to create a stable joint. But at the same time, we have to deal with the inflammation, which is what causes the pain. And guess what fixes inflammation? That's what the BioRecover does. But at the same time, you can use the vibration platform to help with tightening up the muscles and eliminating the gunk in the joint. And then you're using the red light therapy in order to stimulate the healing. So that's how you can use some of LifePro's different products together as companion products in order to expedite and accelerate your recovery. Now, so many of you have heard about the ACL. It is really deep inside of here. In fact, I just lit it up in green, okay? So it's really deep inside of there. And the ACL, its job is to keep the lower leg bone in line with the top leg bone. And so I will show you something really cool. See if I can pull it up here. There we go. So this will show you what happens when you have an ACL tear. You basically over-rotate and that ligament rips, and it'll show you kind of how that fits into place. And when you have an ACL tear, you typically have to have surgery for those. So it just clips that, but it creates a tremendous amount of swelling. And if you can work on inflammation or pain relief by providing red light therapy to an ACL tear or the repair of an ACL, then it can expedite the return to quality of life. So if you've ever heard of an ACL tear, that's what happens. We also have a meniscus tear, and those happen in there as well. But those are the main things that happen within the knee. When we go back into adding more and more muscles, so let's add more and more muscles. There we go. There is a lot of stuff there, guys. A lot of stuff, okay? Anything red, we can regenerate stem cells anywhere that we are having red. Anywhere that we have white, those areas don't stretch very well at all. And in fact, we tend to develop a lot of scar tissue in those areas of white. And guess what? That's what the BioRecover is made for. So it can help out with those areas of white scar tissue, those fibrous areas. Anywhere that you see a lot of white around the knee, those strands run parallel up and down. But when we start looking at how the strands of all the muscles come together, they come together in multiple different striations. And so anywhere that you see red, you can stretch those fibers out and oxygenate those fibers very, very easily. Whereas where we have white, we can't stretch that out very well at all. So those of you who are walking around with creaking knees and painful knees, especially behind the knee, there's a lot of structures here behind the knee that are hamstring tendons. And so if you have pain behind your knee, a lot of times you can get what's called a Baker cyst, which develops some stress over time, but also having those tendons running behind the knee where they cross over beyond the knee joint. That's why we have the cutout here on the BioHeal so that you don't put pressure where pressure shouldn't be. So again, if any of you are really wanting to try out the BioRecover, make sure and post in the comment section as to what you might be suffering from or what kind of anti-aging hack you're wanting to use it for, whether it is for lowering your pain threshold so you can do more quality movement, if it's increasing stem cell generation so that you can recover faster, if you are getting ready to go through a total knee replacement and you're wanting to heal those scars and to minimize any kind of scars, because the red light therapy and infrared light therapy helps the scars to heal from the inside out so that the scars are not as obvious. There's just a lot of great little perks behind this. So I'm going to put this on. It's going to be a little harder for you to see because I've got black pants on today, but we're going to try. And as you can see behind me here, I also have the new portable sauna that LifePro makes. So that's what this big dome is we have our portable sauna. And my assistant and I, if you haven't already seen on LifePro's page, we got a sauna delivered here, the Rejuvicure, and we spent last evening putting that together, so it is fired up and ready to go here. Okay, so going on, and because my knee has plenty of room here, the strap just wraps around twice. So I'm going to utilize this little space here. And again, if I were to have shorts on, it is really cold here in Indiana today. I'm curious as to how warm it is in your neck of the woods because I'm ready to go on spring break. We're going to go visit St. Thomas, and I am so ready to go on spring break because I love the heat. So I'm on this right now. So here's the other thing. Guess what? If you carry your battery pack around with you, you can walk in it, okay? You can actually walk and move around. You've got full motion with your knee, full knee flexion, full knee extension, okay? And everything is still working. So you can carry around your battery pack. If you have pockets, these pants have pockets, but they're not easily accessible. Anytime I've worn a microphone in years past, you just tuck the battery pack in your pants, and you can take all your cords here and clip them together if you choose to, and you can just walk around like this if you want to. But there's so many different ways that you can utilize this without having to stay put. But for those of you who are traveling for vacation and want to use it on the plane ride, it is a great opportunity to use that. When it comes to using it in different area of the body, let's say you're having tennis elbow pain or you're having golfer's elbow pain, you can actually use this on the elbow as well. So let me show you how that works. You're going to, if you choose to put it on first, so I just disconnected it so that I could play around with actually putting it on. And we're gonna pop this back up. Oh, Bonito Springs sounds really nice. That sounds really nice, actually. What I would recommend, if you're gonna put this on your arm, I would go ahead and get the straps threaded through this little ring here so that you're not trying to do two things at once and getting yourself comfortable. And so here, so if I've got elbow pain, you're just going to stick your elbow through the end right there, okay? And then from here, it's just going to fit around nice and snug. It's always a little more helpful when you have a friend to help. But it is, there we go. And because we love Velcro around here, we do not want to end up with Velcro on our pants because it destroys our bougie leggings or whatever kind of pants you might be wearing. If you have yoga pants on, it can catch on your leggings and cause some fraying. There we go. Right now it's softball, baseball season. So if you are a hitter, okay, it kind of looks like an elbow brace or forearm brace. But if you're wanting to use it for pain relief or for overuse, which means if you're one of those athletes who is training a tremendous amount of hours, you're training more than 20 hours a week, more than 3 days a week, and you're competing on the weekends, my elbow is right here. My forearm here, or the elbow and into the forearm, is actually covered with the red lights. So if you're somebody who naturally is dealing with ulnar nerve entrapment or golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, you can actually wear this, and the red light therapy can access the skin directly. We can go ahead and plug this back in. Plugs in here. Now I can't see it because it's behind me, so I'm going to just feel for it, because once you get used to using our products, all the products clip in together, and then before we know it, boom, we are on. So it is on. I'm blinking there for fun just so you can have a party with me. There we go. So we are fully on. So that's your red light therapy setting. If I click again, we are going into 660 of red light, and then we've got 850, which is your far infrared light, infrared light. Okay, so infrared light is there, and now we're back onto red light. All right, so you can wear it on the elbow if you choose to. For those who are softball, baseball players who develop biceps tendonitis up here, then you can wear it higher. So when we put it on higher, so bicep is going to be way up here, okay? But nonetheless, like I said, it's a lot easier if you have a friend to help with positioning, but it can be done on your own. You just have to work and maneuver one strap at a time and tighten up where you can. But if you're not moving around and you're just going to be sitting, it doesn't take much effort to get it where you want it. So right now I've got it covering the biceps tendon, and then all I got to do is turn it on, okay? So it's easy to strap on, like I said, because it's Velcro happy, really easy with the Velcro. Meant to be used for a knee, but can be used for a rotator cuff, because a rotator cuff attaches all right here on the top. So I can just strap it on there. I'm getting the forearm here. I'm actually getting part of the elbow. If you're wanting to get the topper portion of here, you can do that. If you're wanting full on shoulder, let me show you this. Now we're going to get really creative, because one of the things I love about my job is I get to see how many ways we can use one product for a variety of different problems. So shoulder, okay, let's try it this way because it'd be easier. There we go. So shoulder right there, we can go one strap underneath. Watch this. This is going to be really cool. I already got this figured out in my mind. Good question as to when LifePro will be coming out with a shoulder wrap. That is a good question for the man in charge, and I don't have any idea what his response is going to be. But like I said, watch this. Oh, wow. We just turned it into a shoulder wrap. So a lot of shoulder wraps, guess how they attach? Just like this. So if you wanted to bring it down and under, okay, you can bring it down and under. And then because it's Velcro, you can make yourself a Velcro extender if you really wanted to. Super easy to do that. But if you're wanting to wrap it around up top, because it is neoprene, move the hair out of the way. There you go. Shoulder wrap. Ta-da! Done, right? And if we're wanting to cover it all the way on the back side, then you just adjust, okay? So my shoulder joint is right here underneath of my black t-shirt, okay? And so just remember, if you're wanting to use this for different parts of your body and you're wanting to actually use the light therapeutic purpose of it, because it does vibrate, you do need to make sure that you're putting it direct contact with the skin, because it will not travel through a clothing object. So it will not travel through my material of my shirt or my tank top underneath. So make sure that you have direct contact with wherever it is you're wanting to put it, okay? So we've demonstrated how you can use it on your knee. We've demonstrated how you can use it on your elbow, on your shoulder. How about your thigh? So if I put my foot up here on the stool to put this on, if you're dealing with a quad strain, okay, if your quad strain is right in the center, then you're going to make sure that you position it above or below so that the hole does not follow wherever it is you're wanting the exposure. So the secret is making sure that you get your exposure of red or infrared light exactly where you need it. But these straps, like I said, the size of the strap itself is 35.4 long. And then you're going to add that to the size of the cuff, which is 30.31. And I can go get a tape measure and pull it all out for you can see. But there it is, working for a quad strain, or you can even wear this on the backside for a hip. If you're wanting to put it on the outside of your hip, if you just had a total hip replacement, then we can get all creative on that. So we're going to strap it around. I don't think, nope, that's a no-go. So if you're wanting to wrap it all the way around your body to create a hip for hip pain, you're going to have to attach yourself a piece of Velcro to the end of this Velcro, and then somehow through another piece of material that you can create, latch it on to the top. Or you just don't worry about moving around. So that's if you're wanting to walk around. If you're just wanting to go, so here we go. So there I'm, if I take this and I actually tuck it in to my clothes, it stays put, okay? So if I'm wanting to wear this for a hip support, you just tuck it into your britches, make sure the bottom is strapped on, and then we can do all kinds of moving, do, 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 right? So we can do all different kinds of movement without having to worry about this falling off. Just a word of the wise, your Velcro strap will stick to your yoga or your tights. So make sure that you're not wearing your fancy leggings, because it will make your fancy leggings fray. So don't do that to yourself. Because, you know, some of us really like our leggings. And I think that's what everybody wears a lot of days now. So you can wear that on your thigh. If you want to wear it on your shin, check it out. So we put our shin up here. There we go. If we got shin splints from running, right? We want to make sure that we are positioning the chips exactly where you want to feel the relief. And then we're going to wrap it around. This is like the greatest invention ever. My people that we see all the time, we see a lot of people in here for pain, a lot of athletes, professional, all the way down to little people athletes. And they're always looking for the newest hack. And I'm a hacking queen, so I love Life Pro stuff. So this is our cuff here. And now we are on. So the cuff is actually on. You can see me glowing a little bit. There you go. So we are glowing, okay? I don't know if you can tell it or not, but we are glowing. Let me pull it up so you can actually see. Proving that we are glowing. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to see what Amber can do with the different supports on to see how much we can really move. I like to have fun with these kind of things. It's a lot more interesting when there's certain things that are not in the owner's manual and you're trying to figure out what you can do with a product, whether it was intended to or not, okay? So I can stand on one leg and I can actually kick with the cuff on and it stays put, okay? So if you have lower leg pain, shin splints, lymphedema, okay? If you guys have issues with swelling in your lower limb and you're trying to create that vibrational energy to stimulate the lymphatic pumping mechanism, then guess what? You can do that. So it's on my lower leg right now. The cuff is huge so that you can get it around those lower legs if you are swollen more than usual. And right now I'm vibrating and it actually feels really, really good. Really good. So, but just remember, you have to have direct contact with your skin in order to experience the benefits of the red light and infrared light therapy. Okay, so we've got a total of 120 LED bulbs, 660 nanometers and 850 nanometers, and you're getting 60 of each of those for a total of 120 when they're all on. And we have a timer that can go anywhere from 5 minutes to 30 minutes. We have a special launch price today, the low price of $99.99. Regular price for the Life Pro BioRecover is $129.99. When it comes down to our competitors, you're looking at almost $200. And today you get it for $99.99 using the link provided. So if you have questions about how else we can use this, please post in the comment section and I will answer them as best as I can. But we've showed the lower leg, which can include the calf. We have included the knee. We've included the quad, the hip, the ham. If you want to put it on your butt, you can. You just it's all about how creative you can get with the strap. Okay. And if you're wanting to put it, remember, if you're wanting to get rid of some extra belly floof, we don't like to call fat around here, we like floof, or if you've got cramps, okay, this would be another area to look into that I don't have the research on, but you might be able to look into seeing what this will do for menstrual cramps or for any kind of abdominal cramps, because red light therapy is very calming for inflammation. And unfortunately, these straps are not big enough to get me around into my whole waistline. But remember, we do have the Aliva Red and the Aliva Red Pro therapy belt. And not only does it have the red light, infrared light, but the Aliva Red Pro, the difference is that it actually vibrates much like the BioRecover does. So I've covered a lot of ground here. And yes, so carpal tunnel. Okay, same thing with carpal tunnel. It's about the inflammation that comes through in the forearm, can extend all the way up into the shoulder. But more importantly, the carpal tunnel, let's go through this because I got an app for that. Let's pull this up here and I'll show you exactly what carpal tunnel is for those of you who are curious, who have been lucky enough to not have to worry about it. But carpal tunnel causes your hand to go numb and you get numbness and tingling in the arm like all the time for the most part. And so I'll show you how that works. Give me 1 second here. Okay. So with carpal tunnel, what happens is our tendons get so swollen that our body does not have the ability, it doesn't swell very well. We have a hard time controlling swelling. And so when we have, let me see what I can find here. Might have to get rid of all of our muscles. So if you see all of these tendons, all the tendons are the yellow, okay, the yellow and the white. When we have all that kind of swelling that goes on, we only have so many bones and structures in our hand with so much space. And so what happens with carpal tunnel is, yes, the nerve gets impinged. Let me turn our little muscle guy around here, our body around. Our bones, so if you see all those little bones in there, we call those our carpal bones. All those bones kind of rock and roll, okay? But that is specifically like the wrist space. Now, when it comes to different conditions, yep, there we go. Our median nerve, which activates specifically the middle finger, gets entrapped where all the inflammation is because there's a lot of stuff that's going through that joint space. And so when we use our hands a lot and our forearm muscles are not strong enough, then our tendons actually swell. And when our tendons actually swell, we end up in compressing on the nerve. So is there anything wrong with the nerve? No. The problem is our tendons get so swollen, our muscles get so tired that the tendons start to swell because we're using our hands as much as we are. And when that happens, and inflammation happens here in the wrist, is it compresses on the median nerve, which makes your hand go numb. So how do you fix it? Well, some surgeons will actually go in and cut a slit right here in the wrist in order to release the pressure or the compression on the nerve. But the way that you really want to go about fixing it is strengthening the muscles up here in the forearms, because all of the tendons that attach a muscle to a bone originate down here in the palm, okay? So if we're weak up here, then these have to work a lot harder, which creates the inflammation because this is where it all attaches, and that compresses on the nerve, which is what makes you feel tingly. So can you use this for carpal tunnel? Sure you can, because what is it going to do? It's going to help in reducing the inflammation on the tendons, but you also have to make sure that you're doing strengthening exercises, using some weights or using a water bottle, but not only rotational, but flexion and extension and ulnar and radial deviation with twisting. Okay, so there's a lot of different movements you can do. You can also have carpal tunnel syndrome by having an impingement on the nerve root up here at the cervical spine, because that's where the nerve attaches. Okay, it comes from the brachial plexus. Okay, show you that here real quick, because I know you guys are all a bunch of anatomy nerds like me, and I love being an anatomy nerd. It's so much fun. So let's talk about this, because the more you understand what's happening to all of you guys, the more likely you want to fix it. You just don't want to be a victim anymore, right? And if we can help you not become a victim anymore, and you can actually fix it, then in life, great. So there's the big nerve bundle, okay? So as much as you guys don't like to see the skeleton, sorry, okay? But this up here is called the brachial plexus, okay? And the brachial plexus is what innervates everything into our extremity. So everything that activates these little guys and this big guy, the elbow and the shoulder and the rotator cuff, all those nerves come all the way up and from here. And so when we get too rounded, okay, when we round our shoulders, then we actually pinch on the nerve complex. You see where your shoulder comes together here. We've got our clavicle bone, and we have the brachial plexus. You can see me lighting it all up, right? Let's light it up. So with the clavicle, something to think about. Find your cheekbone, okay? Find your cheekbone and find where it intersects with your clavicle. So find the cheekbone, draw a line straight down. And for me, I'm maybe a half inch sitting in front of my clavicle, okay? For every inch that your cheek sits forward, intersecting with the clavicle, the weight of your head doubles. Oh, like not good. And guess what happens? We round and we roll. And guess what happens when we're using our phone? We do this, right? And do you see what I'm doing with my shoulders? I'm rounding forward. Okay, rounding forward. And what happens? Then all those nerves get crunched underneath of there. So let me show you this real quick. And what is really cool that happens, there it is, right there. Boom. Okay, there you go. Bad posture. Culprit. Can be culprit of carpal tunnel, can be the culprit of tennis elbow, can be the culprit of the rotator cuff, okay? So when you start to develop what we call this kyphosis curve, whoopsie, pull that back up there. When we start to get that kyphotic curve, that's when it gets really tricky, okay? Because our body moves in the alignment of the stress placed upon it. And so when it comes down to the weight of our head, 12 pounds is the high end, but for every inch forward, we just double the weight. Not good, okay? And so when we're looking at how the nerves are affected, here's our vascular, okay? And so if we're rounded, then all that gets compressed underneath of here because of posture. So make sure that you're using good posture and that your shoulders aren't rounded, but you're nice and tall. I like to tell people, drop your shoulder blades into your back pockets, okay? And your brachial plexus innervates all of those cervical nerve roots up here. So that's a lot of information. Like I said, that's kind of the anatomy nerd in me. But when it comes to how our brachial plexus works, yes, you can use this for carpal tunnel. If you choose to want to work on the tendons being swollen, you can actually wrap it around your hand. If you want to use it up top at the rotator cuff, if you want to use it at the elbow, there's so many different ways that you can use this. So let me see if my backstage crew can text message me the winner of today's product, because I removed myself mainly because I don't get to see all of your names on the screen here. I just have, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram or a different location, but I get to see your comments, but I don't know whose identity is behind that individual. So I hope you have enjoyed learning about all the different things that you can use the BioRecover for. It is intended to be a therapy knee brace. Okay, this is the packaging that it comes in. But remember, when you're looking at the benefits, it does work on the knee, the arms, and the legs. And we're combining near infrared light with red light therapy. And we are able to work on anti-aging benefits by stimulating the regeneration of stem cells. We are able to decrease oxidative stress through red light therapy and infrared, which helps in how our body biochemically changes everything. And again, if you can buy one product or a couple of companion products to work together that can be used in a variety of different areas on the human body, why not get more bang for your buck, right? And so that's what I love about working with LifePro is they send me the products, I get to play around with them and figure out how they can be used, and we use them for a variety of different purposes other than the intended, because that's how we hack into anti-aging in the human body. So if you want to use it on your shoulder, all the power to you. If you want to use it on the plane ride, all the power to you. But make sure you get one of these little power banks so that you can use it wherever it is you want to go. If you want to use it in the backseat of the car or on your left knee when you're driving, just make sure and keep those cords out of the way of your knee when you're driving so that you don't get into any trouble behind the wheel, okay? Thank you to everybody who has been chiming in. And just to give you some perspective on some of our other products, I've got the portable sauna, which is right here. It's got this adjustable sliding dome. So if you want to get in your birthday suit, it's got a privacy drape that goes over the top of that. So that's one product. We've got so many different things in here, but there's a lot of different ways that you can use all of our products for increasing your overall quality of life, maximizing the body and the engine that you have each and every day, keeping control of how your mind stays strong through neuroplasticity, through using your happy hormones and lowering those stress hormones. And I get to interact with you. So it makes my day ultra special, especially on Fun Fridays, because I love sharing time with all of you. You make my day ultra special and knowing that I'm serving for something bigger than myself. And if you click on the link provided, it should already give you the $99.99. But if you are wanting to buy one of our other products that is not on special, if you click on one of our products on the LifePro page and you go to your order summary, what does that mean? I'm going to show you this real quick because this can get a little tricky. When you go to purchase your product, I'm going to pull this up on mine as if I'm actually going to buy something, because unless you are tech savvy, you might not realize you can put in for a discount code. But today they are featuring the Rejuva Wrap X. It's very similar to one of our other sauna blankets. Unfortunately, did not make it here in time for me to share that with you, so you get to see all that next week. But I'm going to feature one of my absolute favorite products today, which is the Rumble X Plus. It's one of our flat vibration platforms. I have lots of our platforms, and I use them every single day within my practice for pain relief. If we go to add to cart, and so we've now added our cart, when you go to check out, so you're going to click on the checkout button, okay, which is the orange button. Now watch here. You're going to see a discount code, okay? You're going to type in Amber 10, all one word, Amber 10, and you're going to hit the little arrow right there. Click. And look what happens. Bingo, you get a fat discount. So if you want to buy a product that is not on launch special or is not already on a super special sale, you're going to go to the LifePro page. And when you go to your order summary, where you can type in a coupon code, if you type in Amber 10, you can use that on any one of our products that's not currently launching, because I don't think you can stack that on top of our existing sale prices. You can try, but I can't guarantee that it's going to work. But it doesn't hurt to put it in that box and just see what happens. But that's how you use the discount code. And that discount code never expires. So make sure that you use that with all your friends, your family, your loved ones, no matter what day of the year it is, because it's been around for, I've been with the company now almost 5 years. So use it anytime, share with anybody. It'll always get you a little extra discount off without having to wait for that email with the extra coupon code. Okay, our winner for today, again, I'm not the one that gets to pick the winner, but the BioRecover, our winner is Deanna James. Deanna James, you are the winner with Life for Today of the BioRecover. If you would please make sure and contact me with your shipping information, your email address, your phone number, and where you want it sent so that I can get that through to Joel so that he can send it to you immediately. That would be fantastic. You can text me, Deanna, directly at 317-446-7971. And again, just send me your name, your email address, your shipping address, and we will get you your BioRecover within the next week. So again, that number is 317-446-7971. And as always, my friends, we love talking with you each and every Fun Friday. Stay tuned each week. On Mondays, Debbie likes to share with question and answer time or feature a special time of the month. This is the month celebrating women, okay? March is the month of celebrating women. It is also March Madness, so basketball central, right? But what I want you to all to remember is March Madness can also be celebrated as March Greatness. So make sure that you are celebrating March Madness, March Greatness, celebrating wonderful women on this planet, and whatever other theme that you might find, because there's always a theme of the day. But thank you all for celebrating with us on the month of March. Mondays are with Debbie. Wednesday tends to be a workout with Roseanne. She likes to take our products and put you through a different workout. And Fun Free Friday is my day. On the days that we are not launching a new product, we will bring to you a special workout. I know so many of you are wanting to learn about back pain, how to use the different products for utilizing Life Pro for the relief of back pain, as well as for sciatica. I know, Joy, you've been working on sciatica challenges. So if we don't have a product that's being launched, then we will feature a special workout on Fridays. And now, we're going to start offering special media time on Saturdays and or Sundays between each one of us ladies, one time a month. So you'll see us on a Saturday and a Sunday, not guaranteeing you exactly which time. So stay tuned on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube in order to know exactly which day and what time we are launching or sharing time with you, because each one of us is going to be sharing some kind of our expertise. So if there's something special you want to learn from us, make sure and share with us or send us a message so that we can make sure that we're educating you in an area of your concern or interest. And as always, thank you so much for being a part of my day. Thank you for giving me purpose. And as somebody said last week, we love that you allow Life Pro to take you away to the calmer side of your life and keeping you stress-free, or as stress-free as possible, and giving you the opportunity to be the best version of yourself possible. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week. Peace out.